and welcome back to another episode of shitty YouTube short AI commercials. Working title. Today's lovely contestant is Stelios. If you're a man who's afraid to talk to girls, you're uncharismatic, or you just simply suck at conversation, for just $50 a month, Stelios promises to turn you into a silver-tongued stallion.
Ignore men who text like this. Good morning, beautiful. How's your day going? Sure, it's nice, but it's too safe. What actually draws a woman in?
Ignore men who talk like this. Hello, beautiful. How was your day? Sure, it's safe, but what do women really want? At least they went through the effort of putting the punctuation and the subtitles, right?
A man who knows his value, who doesn't chase, but connects with confidence and intent.
This part's probably my favorite because if you take a look in the background, these women are hysterically laughing while this man is mid-conversation. So to me, this scenario plays out like this. So I was taking a walk the other day and I saw this man walking this really strange dog. And I was curious, so I went up to him and I asked him, hey man, what kind of dog is that? And he told me it was a Pomeranian mixed with a Schnauzer.
Here's the thing, Stelios shows you how to communicate in a way that makes her feel intrigued, not overwhelmed. Imagine this, she sees your message, pauses, smiles, and suddenly she's the one leaning in. Trust me.
Yes, boys, because when you text her, she's always laying in bed, wearing her finest lingerie, thinking about you and only you. That's reality. When you're gearing up your risky text or mustering up the courage to send a picture of your PP, a more realistic expectation would probably be...
You know, I was thinking, and I realized something.
What, that you're a gay lord? Stelio Contos!
Nice.
I watched my friend completely flip the script using this. This 1-minute quiz could actually change your love life.
With that, it's time to take a look at Stelios and get ourselves a hot date. Well, it's certainly more colorful than Great Value Policy. It's filled with generic promises and predictable rhetoric pertaining to the woes of modern dating. So here's everything they promise you. They promise you message coaching, emotional calibration tools, whatever the fuck that means, mindset prompts, practical dating insights tailored to your challenges. Now, I was under the impression that this was a scam website, but it turns out that that may not be completely true. I thought that once you type in your credit card details, that's it. It's difficult to reach them and all that kind of jazz, but according to Trustpilot, there are 5 reviews, and there's only 5 reviews when it comes to this website. It may be easy to assume that these reviews were bought. However, there is one negative review that confirms that they received materials, so I'm gonna give Stelios a benefit of the doubt. With that said, I wouldn't exactly say that that completely absolves Stelios of any sketchy behavior. There isn't really anything in their fine print that's as juicy as Great Value Policy was. Their Instagram is empty and their Facebook is kind of plain with a couple comments of upset customers, which is kind of curious because on Trustpilot you have reviews of people confirming that they received product, but on Facebook it seems like these people didn't receive anything. So Stelios is kind of hard to pin down, really. So it's not exactly damning evidence, but I still don't know if I'm trying to be the scam police here or just make fun of AI commercials. What I can offer instead is reassurance. Reassurance that people like Stelios have existed for a while now. In fact, in the 80s and 90s, they were poppin'. These people would hold seminars, kind of promising the same things that Stelios would promise you. They promised to build your charisma or make you better in social situations or help you date 1,000 women in 1 month. And the way they would do this is they would collect generic data, generic statistics that the majority of people could relate to. And they would reiterate this material back to you, and it would make it seem like, oh wow, these people really know what they're talking about. This is exactly what I go through. This is exactly what the majority of people would go through. And through this process, they would manipulate you into opening your wallet to buy into a solution that doesn't exist. Or rather, a solution that may seem like common sense to most people, but if it's said smart enough, these people would be able to sell you a book on how to tie your shoes. A lot of the times before these seminars started, they would have their audience fill out questionnaires so that the speaker can kind of gauge what kind of audience they have and make the show a little bit more special by calling upon you in the crowd and telling you to stand up and saying, you know, what's your problem? And they kind of guess, you know, using the information that you filled out. They say, oh, I bet you're bad at speaking in public. And then they kind of offer you these solutions to make you feel better so that the $500 you spent to sit in this auditorium was worth it. But Renee, is this such a bad thing, or would you even consider it manipulation if the information provided actually helps people become a better person? That's a great question. Another thing that I'm going to offer you guys is an exclusive crash course how-to on talking to girls and how to get a girlfriend. Instead of dating apps, you should be looking for apps that help build community, like Meetup. Start joining these groups of people that get together and do something. You gotta find your interests and hang out with those people. Go out into the world and meet someone genuinely. When you make friends with a girl, you have to stop romanticizing her or thinking that she's the one, because you don't know that. You guys could be completely incompatible, but she has a friend that would be perfect for you, and you meet that friend through her. But you blow that if you come on strong to the first person that just wants to be your friend. And while you're doing this, you could learn the process of living alone, being functional by yourself. Learn how to cook, learn how to clean, learn how to wash your clothes, learn how to set appointments and go out into the world and be comfortable alone. Become content and happy with yourself. And by the time you meet somebody and you form a relationship, you could have a partnership rather than a lifeboat. Okay, fine. But if you're truly looking for love, then I would recommend eHarmony, because it seems like this website, as opposed to all the other ones, is built for people who are actually trying to look for a relationship, a long-term relationship. So if you're gonna choose one, at least choose this one. But Renee, I just wanna get laid. Well, my friend, here's a truth that you really need to hear. If you're the type of guy that struggles talking with women and you need a service like Stelios, you're not that guy. And it's not an insult, it's just that players are ahead of the game. They knew how to talk to women when they were in diapers. It comes naturally to them. But you're a lovely soul. You're a sweet dude. You don't look at girls as a fuck piece. You want love. And the sooner you realize this, the sooner you become more comfortable with yourself. You have to stop worrying about sex. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, man, sex is cool. 10 out of 10, for sure, would recommend. But it's not everything. Eventually, sex just becomes sex. And you may not know what that means, but I'm just trying to tell you that it's not really worth that hype. Unfortunately, you live in a society where people encourage porn brain rot, where everywhere you go, every corner you look, there's just sexually explicit things. So I don't exactly blame you, but it's really not all the hype, man. Believe me. Stop being an incel and start becoming a vol-cell. Okay, so you're staying on the app. Well, then I can at least help you with your texting game, right? Stop saying, hi, how's it going? You're so beautiful. It's boring. And quite honestly, the majority of messages that are flooding women's inboxes are these. And PP pics, which is always a bad decision. To help you formulate a better opener, you have a tool, and it seems like the majority of you guys ignore the motherfucking bio. And it's annoying. Women give you information about them in the bio, and it's up to you to sit there for a minute, read it, and formulate a sentence that you can open with. Oh, I noticed that you like this kind of stuff. I too like this kind of stuff. What's your favorite part about that stuff? You have the bio. You always ignore the fucking bio. If you do get a response off the first thing you mentioned, you have to kind of talk that topic out until you get to the point where it's just one-worded responses. And then you change it up to another topic, or you just build off of what you guys are talking about, and you can split off that way. A lot of you guys are really awkward with your pictures. You take like 5 selfies and you put all 5 of them in your profile. Or you have like the screenshot ones where you can see your battery percentage and all that kind of stuff. That just seems fake. Or you have your generic fish one. That's cute, but you know, get creative, you know? Sometimes you have the one that's kind of like way up high, or the one that's like really, really low. And yes, girls have their cliches too, but at least they try. And that's what you gotta do. Don't be afraid to use the timer option on your camera. Set up your phone somewhere and try to emulate a candid shot, you know? Don't like look directly at the camera, you know? Do something different. Go on YouTube and see like cool poses, or ask your friends to take pictures of you. Ask your mom to take pictures of you, and ask a stranger, hey, could you take a picture of me next to this statue or whatever, you know? Take pictures of you doing your hobbies. Take pictures of you with your pets, not of your pets. Take a picture of you holding your pet, walking your pet, playing with your pet. You gotta get creative with your pictures and try to put some effort into it, because it really makes a huge difference. Look, confidence isn't something that you're born with. It's not this thing where either you have it or you don't. Stelios tells you that men don't need therapy, which kind of feeds into the whole male ego of I got this by myself, or whatever it is that tells you guys not to ask for directions when you're lost. Now, I'm not saying, hey man, you need therapy. I'm just suggesting that the only way you can build confidence is by accepting who you are fully, and stop pretending to be something that you're not. Because you totally could fake it till you make it, but I promise you, one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna realize that you're in a fake life. You've built a fake life. And you may ask yourself, how did I get here? This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife.
Same as it ever was.
You have to start being yourself. You have to start accepting things about yourself, whether they're weird or nerdy or whatever. As soon as you start accepting who you are, the confidence just oozes out of you. You just know who you are, and it doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter what people say about you. You walk into places like you own the fucking place. You let insults brush off of you. You don't let tiny things get to you. You're yourself, and that is really attractive. You have to start living your life with the assumption that you're gonna die alone. You have to stop looking for it, is what I'm trying to say. And I promise you, it will come. Stop forcing things. Just let it ride. And there you have it, the crash course lesson on how to talk to girls, and it was completely free. But if you do feel so inclined to send me $600, I wouldn't complain. Thank you guys for watching this episode. If you stayed to the end, I am super proud of you. This video was something. I'm not sure what it was, but it was certainly something. Perhaps it should have stayed in the drafts, but I worked on it and I'm ready to post it and just move on to the next one. So if you stayed to the end of the video, thank you so much. I love you. I love my new followers that I have and the comments that I've gotten on the previous video, and there will be more. Thank you.